And the police were just retreating. Now, obviously, I mean, and they were under serious attack here. Those cops could have been injured or killed. And they were backing away. Obviously, they were ordered to do so. So I'm not blaming the police for what they did. No doubt, they're working for a left-wing police chief under a left-wing mayor, under a left-wing governor, Brown. And they're all left-wing lunatics who hate police. So they defund the police. They don't protect the police. They don't give the police rules of engagement that matter. And so what's happening in these left-wing cities is these left-wing lunatic, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and I heard Jeffrey Prather call that Blantifa. I like that term. That's a new one. I think I'll just use that. Blantifa, the terrorist forces, have never been told no. Think about it. They've never been told no. It's like a bunch of petulant children who are demanding, Mommy, give me ice cream. Daddy, give me candy. You know, whatever. And the parents, okay, please, here's more scoops of ice cream. You know, if you never tell the kid no, the kid never learns what no means. And we've raised in left-wing cities, we've raised a culture of first children who dominated their parents. And then in school, children dominated their teachers. And then when they went to college, they dominated their professors, and the professors were like huddled in corners. Please don't call us racist. We'll give you A's. You know, it was insane. The college administrators, I'll resign. Just don't say I'm white. You know, just craziness. Now these people are in the streets attacking police, and the police are backing off. Please don't hit us, you know, with your sticks and stones. And the cops are retreating. Well, guess what's coming to Blantifa? Oh, yeah, it's called United States Marines with M4s. And you know what? I've learned this about United States Marines. Yeah, U.S. Marines, because these are some of the guys I know, some of the guys I've trained with over the years, trained in hand-to-hand combat, as well as lots and lots of firearms combat. You know what you learn about Marines? They don't retreat. They don't retreat, especially not from a bunch of sissy soy boys rolling around the streets of Portland thinking they're badasses in their little cheap, flimsy plastic helmets, and not even wearing actual chest rigs, just like black vests that have no ballistic protection. Guess what? You're going to get ventilated. That's right. Going to be air breezing through your chest cavity real soon after the Marines get deployed. I can't wait for the first moment caught on camera where some of these Blantifa assholes get told no in terms of 5.56 millimeters. When they get told no, going to rock their world. What do you mean, no? You mean we can't just do whatever we want? We can't just terrorize everybody in the country? We can't just make demands and shut down universities and schools and cities? We can't just seize entire city blocks and declare our own autonomous zones? What, you mean we can't just cheat and steal and rig elections and just get away with it because we did it and you didn't stop us? I can't wait for the first time they're told no. Actually, it's going to be more like an F no, because it's coming from United States Marines, 556 NATO. It's going to be like, no, like that, because they're going to, or like 3-round bursts. No. And you too, no. And it's going to be like that. And you're just going to see thump, falling all over the streets. And that's what happens when they're told no for the first time. And you know who's going to be cheering when that happens? The local cops. The cops are going to be like, finally, somebody told them no. Somebody had rules of engagement that matter. And this is going to happen. It looks like this is what's going to happen. And frankly, again, I don't praise the fact that there's blood that's going to be spilled anywhere in this country. But you know what? You spill a little bit of blood there with the Marines, and the other ones, they might get the message. They might learn, oh my gosh, there's a word called no. And look at these other people. They got told no. They're no longer moving. Actually, Kyle Rittenhouse taught that lesson to a few people in, Wisconsin? Already forgot where that took place. Kenosha, Wisconsin or something. Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse said no. And he didn't even have a 3-round burst. He just said no one at a time. No, boom. No, boom, no to you, no to your skateboard, no to your pistol, no to your assault. No. This is going to happen in a big way. All right. So the Marines are gearing up to be deployed. And as far as I can tell, the courts are going to fail us. And I want you to be psychologically prepared for that to happen. The courts are going to fail us. The Supreme Court is not going to give us the victory that we want. Now, I might be wrong, but I doubt it. Okay? So when that day happens, just remember, it's going to give us clarity when the Supreme Court dismisses the Texas case or rules against it, and I think that day is coming, and it's going to come soon, then you are going to know, without any equivocation here, you are going to know there's only one option. It is Trump declare the Insurrection Act, unleash the full Kraken, the military Kraken, troops on the streets, arrest the traitors, charge them with treason, round them all up, all the corrupt governors taking money from China, all the corrupt judges who are ruling against the Constitution, all the corrupt lawmakers, take them all, extract them all, because the system is so broken and the judiciary is so corrupt that there is no longer any way for the system to correct itself from within. So an outside force has to be deployed to correct that system. That, my friends, is martial law. That is the 14th Amendment that I've spoken about before. That is the Insurrection Act and the National Defense.
Today is December 13th, 2020. And yes, indeed, we're at war. It's a different kind of war. It's tyranny. Governors, Democratic governors, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, there are people being evicted, not because they don't want to work, because they're not allowed to work. The restaurant industry is the hardest hit industry in America, one of the hardest hit. They're laughing. Look at them. They're laughing. They're all smiling. They just told the refugees of America, we don't want to hear you. What do you expect out of a body that legalized abortion? What do you expect? The war started years and years and decades ago. Remove the fathers from the home. Marxists. Destroy the families. That's how Rome fell. Look at them. They're laughing. I'm not able to shoot pool. I'm not able to go to work. I have to muzzle myself when I go into a public establishment. They want me, I guess they would want me to wear one in my home, which if it's up to them, I won't have one. Who's talking about the homeless? There's no laws to keep you from becoming homeless, but there are laws against the homeless, all right? I lived in a home, my mother's soon to be foreclosed home, no running water, no electricity for 3 years. I was able to secure my inheritance. I moved from South Carolina to New Jersey, Democratic state. Got my job at Prospector's restaurant, waiting tables, good money, a nice apartment, running water, electricity. Nice clothes, food in the refrigerator, toilet paper. And then China got involved decades ago, years ago. I worked at the Georgia World Congress Center in from 1995 to 2008. Was it? Anyway, we're at war. They've created refugees. We're the innocent bystanders of this coup. And they're laughing at us. They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to hear us. I'm not happy about this at all.
Authorization Act, and of course other military doctrine that is in the United States Code and federal law, Constitution, precedent via Abraham Lincoln's war powers, invocations, and so on and so forth. All these things that we've talked about. This gives us the answer to corruption, because here's what's happening in our world right now that not everybody has put the pieces of the puzzle together like this. There is kinetic warfare breaking out. People are being bombed, like that guy's house, the Trump supporter's house. People are being killed, just like the Governor Kemp's daughter's boyfriend was killed, and then in Georgia, Loeffler's senior staffer was killed in an accident. People are getting killed. People are getting bombed. People are getting threatened big time. And then today on the John Fredericks show, he said that the Georgia legislature is afraid to call a special session because they're afraid to be terrorized by the radical left. They're afraid they're going to get doxxed. They're afraid that their homes are going to be under siege by these leftists, which is exactly what would happen. They're afraid that if they follow the law, if they follow the Constitution and invoke a special session to have the state choose its own electors, that they, the members of the legislature, will be subjected to acts of terrorism by the radical left. That is true. They would be. The left is out of control. They are terrorizing the lawmakers. They are terrorizing journalists like, Tucker Carlson and many others. They are terrorizing the GSA, that woman at the GSA. They were saying they're going to kill her pet animals and family members and things like that. They're terrorizing the country. Guess what that feeds right into? It feeds into Trump declaring an insurrection, invoking.
We are at war. We have had war declared on us. Like I said earlier, it's not the type of war where the man just said it. They're burned. They're shooting people in the head for not wearing the right kind of hat. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris were bailing out their soldiers, bailing them out. Pedophiles, murderers. If you go to Antifa, I wonder if it still does that. A-N-T-I-F-A. If you type in Antifa on your browser, it goes straight. Hold on. Okay. Where's this thing? Oh, there it is. It goes straight to Biden Harris. Straight to them. We're at war. Biden has got his soldiers on the ground destroying America, and he's bailing them out. He's bailing them out. Insurrection Act. Invoke the Insurrection.
The Insurrection Act, deploying the troops onto the streets and beginning to tell Blantifa, no, you don't get to overrun this country. No, you don't get to terrorize people just because you don't like them. No, you don't get to censor everybody in the country because they don't agree with your twisted version of reality. No, you say no with the military. Frankly, that's the military's function, is to say no and blow things up. It's like, essentially, we're gonna shred whatever you are relying on to keep mounting your acts of terrorism and warfare against the United States. We're going to take you down, and we're going to take down your infrastructure. And once that's done, then we're out of here. Our job's done. See you later. We're going to go back to base. Until then, we are going to rain down hellfire upon you until you learn the definition of the word no. And this is America. People are tired of the terrorism, the journo-terrorism from the left-wing media, the psychokinetic terrorism from these left-wing Blantifa lunatics. They're tired of the governors. They're tired of all of it. And this is why the American people will support the invocation of the Insurrection Act, because Trump has to sell it to the people.
Tonight,
Today is December 13th, 2020, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. If we're at war, let's go to war. Captain America, elect. Captain America, elect. Elect Captain America. Elect Captain America. Good night. See my space capsule behind me? I was born at the Navy shipyard. My father was in the Army. And this is the battleship Yorktown. Good night.